If you can't hear the sound of the post-Trump MAGA train barreling down the tracks, then you need to get your hearing checked, because it's coming straight this way. Since Trump's re-election, the formerly united coalition of patriots is now proving to be pretty fragile. Multiple social media influencers are turning on each other over multiple issues, from Charlie Kirk's assassination to who his heir on the stump should be, to relations with Israel or not, to Elon Musk, to Epstein, to who should be the 2028 nominee, to mistrust with each other, to a war over cliques. What was once a united effort to get Trump back in the Oval Office, and worked, is now devolving into a backyard brawl to be the dude. From Instagram to X to TikTok, things are blowing up all over MAGA land. Finger pointing, choosing up sides, making alliances, until those sides and alliances break apart and new ones are formed for the moment. All of this will play right into the hands of the commies on the left come 2028, if not the midterms next year. A circular firing squad is now forming and apparently forgetting how they got to where they are. It's a problem rooted as much in theology and philosophy as it is politics. Since the communists believe in neither theology nor meaningful philosophy, this problem never happens on their side. But in conservative circles, precisely because there is still a thirst for truth and rightness, even when it's blinded sometimes by ambition, it leaves individuals and causes vulnerable because a kind of purity test sets in. Every single box must be checked on the right. The cause, the groups and people associated with that cause, an assurance that the right enemies are not associated with, or importantly, not worked with, that the wrong speakers don't show up at a major event. The mines are everywhere in this minefield. The tribalism that has seemingly emerged from nowhere, will be the undoing of the patriot movement if a meeting of the minds and some self-letting go doesn't happen, and happen pretty quickly. An underlying problem, of course, is the same issue that emerged with mainstream legacy Marxist media. Call it the ratings war. Multiple conservative influencers are battling each other for eyeballs, for clicks, meaning payouts from sponsors and cash-ins from platforms like YouTube. Despite the change in technology, the same underlying economic realities are there. Got to make money to feed the beast and need larger and larger audiences to make sure you don't get left behind. All of a sudden, multiple influencers who made a name by demeaning legacy media's decline are now getting a taste of what they dished out. As usual, with fame, people begin believing their own press clippings and their egos inflate. A subtle yet noticeable shift has occurred in the past year or so, from fighting for a noble cause to wanting to be the one who wears the crown. When Trump is no longer president, the RINO establishment will rush to reassert itself, because they haven't gone anywhere, viewing the last decade under Trump as a horrible national nightmare that at long last has ended. They will try to make alignment with many of these social media influencers and use them to set a new course, which will really be nothing but their old course that Trump managed to squelch. And the social media guys, their personal ambition just might blind them to the reality that they are going to be used by the same anti-Trump, anti-MAGA forces they once joined forces with each other to defeat. Not that long ago. Clear-minded, level-headed thinking and cooperation, even if you're not the most important horse in the corral, is going to be needed, because those same evil communist forces, they haven't gone anywhere. And if they capitalize on all of this infighting and they regain power, nothing accomplished under Trump will survive. And everyone who opposed them should get accustomed to the phrase "Arbeit macht frei," slung over the entrances to you-know-what. They want you dead and imprisoned right now, when they are out of power. Imagine what it'll be like with them back in power. Coming to you from Houston, Texas, I'm Gary Michael Voris. God love you.